Wait, but what do I see? Brave soul, aware. Look at you, those resolute shoulders, that glint in your eye that says, I'm ready for action. After searching high and low, I finally found just the person that Skyrim's premier arts college calls out for. How would you like to become a legend? The Bard's College, of course. We who pluck heartstrings and chill the blood. Years ago, our prized antique instruments were, borrowed by an overzealous member. She meant to heal a rift within the college, but it only made things worse. No one knows. The bard responsible left clues to their locations in a song, Nell's Hidden Loves. Just as yours truly solves the first verse, that instrument surfaced at a secret auction. Are you available for hire to retrieve the instrument? Now, naturally, you can't walk into a secret auction without the proper attire, especially not the Sapphire Societies. Their events are outre and rare, mind-boggling and taboo fair. No serfs at their affair. Sorry, I can't help myself. All these secret societies love disguising themselves. It gives a sense of excitement to their lives of leisure. Fortunately, bards hear all sorts of secrets. Wearing this robe and mask will get you in the door. You also need the right passphrase. The magnates of the Sapphire Society speak a simple phrase to gain entry into their events. A jewel of blue rules the view. Truly underscores how they see themselves, doesn't it? You might want to practice it, just to be sure. Excellent. You scan lines quickly, I see. Still, I would avoid any ad-libbing. Remember, a jewel of blue rules the view. It's a lute called Petraloop. Actually, it's Petralute, but try saying that after 5 strong meads. It was the learning lute at the college for generations, played by dozens, hundreds of bards over the years. It means a lot to us. Well, you and I will save it together. A joint effort, brains and brawn. When they pen the song of this adventure, no doubt you will receive a mention. And what a song it will be, a tale of civil war, misguided decisions, and my stalwart bravery. Many years ago, the college had a collection of legendary instruments. Each inspired great passions, strength, love, tragedy. There was an argument among the bards. How best should the instruments be used? Some said the instruments were too precious and needed protection. Others asked, what use are they if they can't be played? The two sides actually came to blows, fretboards and inkwells flying every which way. It was all quite exhilarating. One of the college's greatest bards, Nell Farsong, took them. She thought if the instruments went missing, the fighting could end. So she hid them throughout Skyrim, which ended the war, but only because everyone was enraged at Nell. Oh, she died. Very sad. And she never told a soul where to find the instruments. But while reading Nell's Hidden Loves, I realized it held clues to their locations. If we recover them based on her clues, I'll be a legend. Well, I hate to brag, but I am quite famous. Even if I wore the Sapphire Society disguise, the members would immediately recognize my voice. Such is the heavy burden of artistic success.
speak? Welcome, and enter.
If you want to see our next item, you'll have to wait like everyone else. No private previews. You should know the rules. But believe me, you'll want to stick around for this one. It's a head-turner. The loot? Nice patina. Just a trifle I came across in one of my hunts. It went on the block earlier. Too bad you weren't here then. There was only one buyer. A little bidding war would have warmed up the crowd. Now I do wish you had been here. You are skirting the rules. No revealing identities of buyers. Still, if you had arrived on time, you would know that the buyer behaved like an obnoxious ass. We typically frown upon stumbling about from drink.
That white mammoth certainly drew quite a bit of interest. So glad I won. They're so rare. Let's just hope the broker didn't cover a brown mammoth in talcum powder. Oh, why am I worried? The broker never lets us down.
I'm not impressed with the offering so far.
You know, as great as it is to be here to acquire some of these incredibly rare items, the excitement of being here in disguise is half the fun. You'd be quite shocked to find out what I'm wearing under these robes.
Oh look, another masked person. How dreary. If a steak comes back on the block, don't you outbid me. When else will I get to try Argonian? I hear they're all flavour and no fat. Ha! Instrument. Oh, that lute. Yes, a mantelpiece for my music room. Has a nice shine to it. I acquired it for a song. A song! I made a joke, see? Ha! Why are you asking? Disappointed I bought it? Then too bad for you. Buy it? I would never... Oh, wait. You just handed me how much? Well, in that case, of course you can. Take this note and collect your treasure from my servants outside. Please do business with me again.
Did I overbid that last auction? Ah, well.
This is so thrilling. I can't wait to see the next offer.
The decrees from the Blue Palace are simply absurd. Investigating transfers of suspected stolen property? Who cares where someone got it? If I want it and they have it, I should be able to buy it.
I'm biding my time. I think the broker has something truly magnificent for the finale, like a dragon horn or a snow elf statue. Ha! With the broker, who knows?
I trust you found what you wanted, Sapphire.
Yes? Perhaps you seek this one's mistress. She is busy, not to be disturbed. What is this scrap you give Mazalkir? Well, this is her handwriting. This one thinks she has been drinking again, selling things she just bought. Of course, Mazalkir does not steal, even if she deserves it.
I know many here feel devastated by the Queen's murder. Guilt, shame, and more is being passed around. Some sharpen their blades to go hunt down whatever caused all this. I understand all that, but I think the wrong lesson is being learned.
The history of Skyrim is a perilous one. Never forget that.
You've returned! Have you brought back the petroloop? Will my fingers glide over its gentle curves once more? Ah, petroloop returns home! You know, I wooed my first love with this very loot, and my third as well. Oh, thus begins the restoration of the college's famed collection to its former greatness. The history books will remember you for this. I assembled the museum for just this moment, but I think you deserve the honor of placing Petroloop on its podium. After you display the loot, perhaps you could read Nell's hidden loves. I could use your skill in recovering the other instruments. Ah, wonderful! I left a copy of Nell's Hidden Loves on the table there. Have a look. Wonderful! Look at the proud Petroloop in its proper place once more. And we're a step closer to undoing Nell's folly. But there are many other priceless instruments lost somewhere out in the world. They need to come home. Yes, indeed. Let the clues within Nell's hidden loves guide the way. As you travel through Skyrim, keep your eyes open. And your ears, too. These are instruments we're pursuing after all. If you find more of them, I'll be here. Ah, yes, I see you have. I commend your dedication to the arts. When all the instruments rest in their proper places, I will compose an epic, an adventurer's triumph to celebrate. You will star in it, naturally. Of course it will be. We will use the instruments too. They should be revered, yes, but used for special occasions. But first, more instruments. You'll have expenses. Let me weigh you down with some gold before you go. As you fill the museum, bards from all over will make their way to Solitude. Keep working on the clues in Nell's poem. Once we have all the instruments collected, the performance can begin. With the clues in Nell's Hidden Loves and the return of Petroloop, word will travel fast among bards. I hear the vibrations among students, members, and alumni of the college already. Certainly, it will likely open a new dialogue about our legendary instruments, should they return in good order. You began something truly great here. Maestros that were once enemies have already started talking to each other again. Ah, yes, you may not be so familiar with the structure here. Maestros are the faculty of the Bard's College, Master Bards. The head maestro manages the college as a whole. Currently, that is Catrell Gioric.
traps. Did those two idiots set these things throughout all of Blackreach? Watch your back.
You've done it, Claudina. True. What an exciting case.
Phoebe,
I simply must
we have
write
a
down this
visitor.
new development.
Focus on the task at hand, Phoebe. There will be time for that later.
Go bother someone else, Hawker. If I don't finish this by the end of my shift, the Overseer will have my hide. What do I look like? The town crier? If the Overseer wanted us to be observant, he wouldn't have blindfolded us when he brought us here. You weren't? Up to this point, the Overseer and his wife have been extra careful about keeping the exact location of this mine and the mining town a secret. What makes you special, I wonder? Well, I haven't seen anyone like that. Now pick up a shovel and help me or hork off. I can't afford to lose this job.
The clatter of our boards. The pale man comes, he passes like a ghost. The pale man comes, vanishing without a trace. At last our night did end, without the visitation portent. As our vigilance began to fade, I turned to where the stranger lay, but they were nowhere to be seen. Nothing remained, just an icy sheen.
Not only did you commit a crime, you were caught in the act.
You must be new to Dusktown. You've still got that look. Well, get settled in. You won't be allowed topside again until you complete your contract. So you might as well get comfortable. A prisoner? No. Why would you think that? But we did sign a contract. Promised to stay until the work was done and never breathe a word. Otherwise, being a bonded miner with the Bitterblade Mining Consortium is a lucrative opportunity. Can't say that I have. And I haven't seen any ghosts or monsters either, come to think of it. Even though the rest of the town can't stop talking about them. Anyway, welcome aboard and good mining. Oh, don't let the rumors scare you. Miners are a superstitious lot. and being this far underground can play havoc with your senses. If you need to know anything else about Dusktown or working for the Bitterblade Mining Consortium, just ask. You mean those fools setting up their ghost traps? They're harmless, and if they make the superstitious miners feel better, I'm all right with that. El and Overseer Erlvar have been nothing but fair and honest with all of us. El Bitterblade, she owns the consortium. Erlvar's her husband and our overseer. They built Dusktown to support their claim. They're savvy business folk. Secretive, but that goes with the territory when you break a new mine. Same as most of us, I reckon. I saw a posting in a tavern, talked to an agent, signed some papers, and here I am. Well, after they blindfolded me and walked me all over snow and creation. The work is hard, but the wages are excellent. What a curious question. This whole place was tailor-made for undesirables. Tunnels, sunken barrows, dwarven ruins, lots of secluded spots. But don't worry, we're the only ones down here. El's precautions make sure of that.
What a waste of time. These people have no clue as to what's going on down here. I wonder if being stupid was part of their service contract. Did you turn up anything? Just because no one saw him doesn't mean he wasn't here. Let's talk to Fen before we start turning this place inside out. Maybe he's had better luck. Right, skulking in the shadows. Lead the way. I'm right behind you.
Scum! My feet hurt, villain. Pay and be about your...
You paid your bounty and are free to go.
I am not unfamiliar with the more treacherous parts of Tamriel. Every place has its teeth and its sorrows. My egg sisters and I explored many of these places during our travels. This one is no different.
Over here!
You're just in time. I spotted the vampire with the eye patch. He met with the Coven Witch, who immediately ordered her lackeys to place witch pikes around the area. With arcane phenomena, anything's possible. If we hurry, we can stop this Harrowstone before it causes any damage. You and Lyris should split up. We need to destroy all of the witch pikes. I'll track the Queen's assassin and the Coven Witch. You focus on stopping the Harrowstorm. I'll find you after...
Move. You take the east side, I'll take the west. Then meet in the middle.
stop the Harrowstone before it could even get started. Now to deal with them. Well done, my friend. Before the witch could even begin her ritual, I saw the magicka disappear like the flame of a snuffed candle. The witch and the vampire assassin fled to Coggentham's, a dwarven ruin. We can deal with them in there. Time is of the essence. You get to the ruin, I'll find Lyris and we'll meet you there. It's southeast of Dusktown. If you get there before us, go inside and guard the entrance until we arrive. I sense the presence of other vampires. Arrow fiends. Not the result of the ritual we stopped. So they must have brought them from someplace else.
chase?
Long enough! Sister Sada shall revive the Hexsor!
That's for Queen bastard.
Now we need to find Sister Thada.
I'll unlock the door.
And be reborn.
The Ashen Lord commands it, and so we live once more, Ulfra.
Alive again? How?
You have the Ice Reach Coven to thank for that, werewolf.
Using my recipes, witch.
I meant no disrespect to Exarch Symbolis.
We're being watched, brother.
Next time, Thada, the Ashen Lord, will expect more than the restoration of a single reliquary. Now deal with the intruders, or I'll toss you to the Harrow Fiends.
Come out, little deceivers. Come out and play with Sister Sarda.
How many of your sisters am I gonna have to kill before you give up?
My dear sister.
for the pyre. Let's go after the other two. Damn, we lost them.
You saw it too, right? That werewolf shed that statue like a snake sheds its skin. Was she inside that stone husk the whole time, waiting to be awakened? Or did the ritual somehow summon her into that vessel? There's a lot I still don't understand. A ritual, obviously. Remember the altar at Kilcreath? We found the urn, the reliquary, and shards from a large stone vessel. I think they were the remains of one of those stone husks. I'm not sure how, but it all ties back to the Harrowstorms. I thought the purpose of the Harrowstorms were to create Harrow Fiends, but now I think that's only a byproduct. The storm somehow gathered energy that the witch used to summon Ulfra the werewolf. Ulfra seems to think she was brought back to life. I've come to the conclusion that anything is possible where magic is concerned. I'm going to look around with Lyris, then return to Old Mjolnir to finish studying the witchpike residue. Maybe that will help me understand how the ritual works.
Damn it! The vampire and the werewolf are long gone. They called themselves Singalis and Ulfra, and they had an unusual rank or title, Exarch. I wonder what that means. Yeah, I heard. No idea who or what that is, though. Maybe Fen can make sense of what we saw down here. In the meantime, I'm gonna head back inside. I want to get a better look at those stone husks that were left behind. While Fen and I examine that ritual site more closely, you should return to Solitude and inform Svanna that her mother's assassin has been taken care of. She'd want to know. More than that, she deserves to know. I left Svanna back at the Lonely Troll under the care of that drunken orc Mog. Unless he ignored my rather stern warnings, he should be keeping the princess there. I'll meet you back in the city once we finish here.
Did those two idiots set these things throughout all of Blackreach? Watch your back. More traps. Did those two idiots set these things through? Watch your back. Traps. Did those two idiots set these things throughout all of Blackreach? Watch your back.
Finally! Waiting in a tavern without a drink is maddening. How do other people do it? And Mog hasn't been helpful. His solution to every problem involves a great amount of alcohol. What news of the bastard who murdered my mother? Did you find him? I would have preferred to see him dragged back here for a proper trial and execution. But at least justice has been served. Were you able to determine who was behind the murder? Was it connected to the threat you came to warn my father about? Damn those Reach witches! And damn my father for being so obstinate! But what does the Coven want? Are they planning to kill my father? What else can you tell me about this threat to our kingdom? That's horrible. But there must be more to this than simply turning my people into monsters. Well, I'll do what I can to help you. Mother would have wanted me to. What you've done and discovered will be enough to convince my father. It has to be. You and Lyris risked your lives for my kingdom and have been met with nothing but suspicion. You counted on my mother to be your advocate, to convince my father of the Coven's threat. Now she's gone. I'm no substitute, but I'll speak for you.